Hello and welcome to the SuccessFactors in Recruiting Enablement session. Today we will be talking about the reassignment of job requisitions and the reassignment of offer approvals. So I am in Admin Center. This is where I am going to open the pages to make those reassignments. I will be covering the reassignment of the job requisition first. So this feature, the reassignment of the job requisitions, is very useful if there is a change in the assignment or if a user becomes inactive. So think about for whatever reason the user becomes inactive because he left the company or because he transferred to a different role and we need to transfer his requisitions to somebody else. This is normally a task that will be performed by an admin, and that admin needs to have the permission to actually access the page to make those reassignments. So you need to make sure that in RBP, the reassignment of the job requisitions is assigned to your role. So you are able to come here into Admin Center, look for the page. So we have two options to look for this page. So either we come here to the recruiting menu, recruiting option here, and then I have here the reassign job requisitions, or I can just come here to the tool search and I can type reassign. And then as you can see, both options are popping up because I just typed reassign. So reassign job recs or offers. Let's look into the job requisitions first. So when I open the page to reassign the job requisitions, I can see that I am able to search for job requisitions either by using the template or by choosing a job requisition ID. So the template name, searching by the template name is very useful if you know that you want to transfer several job requisitions at the same time. Rather than using the job rec ID, you will only be able to transfer that specific job requisition. So let's take a look at the template name dropdown. I have here two options, pipeline and standard, because these are the templates that I have configured in my instance. If your instance has other templates or has more templates, you would absolutely be able to see the full list of templates that are configured and enabled for you. And then again, if you know that it's just one job requisition and you know the ID of that job requisition, you can just input the ID here. Okay, I am going to use the standard job requisition option here, and then I have additional filter options that I can pick. So I can pick the job requisition state, pre-approved, approved, or closed, or I can search by the rules of the job requisition. I am going to make a very generic search. So I wanted to search for all the pre-approved requisitions. I am not going to specify a user because I want us to take a look at all the job requisitions and then reassign multiple ones at a time. So I'm going to do a search here. And then as you can see, I have a total of 38 job requisitions that are matching my standard template and the pre-approved status or state rather that I have defined up above. I can see the job requisition ID, the job title, requisition status, the state, the currently with user, originator, hiring manager, and so on. Notice also that we have several pages here. We can change the number of items per page, for example. So now we can look into the job requisitions that we have here, and we can decide which job requisitions we want to reassign. So to reassign a job requisition, I need to check the box of that job requisition. So let's say I want to reassign this one, 1268. And then let's say that I want to reassign this one, 1143. I'm checking the box for both. Okay. And what I want to do now is clicking the Continue button. By clicking in the Continue button, you can see that if you scroll down, there's a new section here. And now the system is saying reassign two requisitions to transfer requisitions to another recruiting user. So what exactly are we trying to do? We need now to decide which user should get this requisition, or these two requisitions in this case. So what I want to do is reassign the recruiter user. So let's take a look up above. 1268, the recruiter, I have here the recruiter column. This is my recruiter for this job requisition. And then this is my recruiter for the second job requisition. But these two users actually transferred to a different department. They are now performing another role within the company. So I don't want them to have these requisitions. I want another recruiter to be assigned to these requisitions. So I will be able to come here to the recruiter field. I can see that there's a recruiting group associated to it, which is the RCM recruiter. So I can only pick users that are a part of this RCM recruiters group. And now to actually choose a recruiter, I'm going to click here in Find User, and then I am able to filter and pick my user. So I know that my user is Yvette. So I'm just going to type here first name Yvette, do a search here, and then this is the user. I'm going to check the box and click here in the Done button. So as you can see now, Yvette Williams is here. And now I am going to click here in the Reassign button. So now I have a confirmation message. Job requisition transfer was successfully initiated. An email notification will be sent once the transfer is completed. So just doing OK here. And now I have completed the reassignment for these job requisitions. So remember that the users that will get the job requisition will receive an email. The admin user, so the user that is performing this option, this task, can also receive an email notifying that everything went okay, and that the job requisition is now with the new users. And that is it. This is how you can reassign a job requisition. So remember that this is always an option for an admin user with permissions if for some reason a user should no longer be responsible for a job requisition because he was inactivated, transferred to a different role, or really anything else that might happen. So now let's talk about reassigning job offer approvals. So we talked about reassigning job requisitions, but now I also want to show you how you can reassign offers. So I am going back to Admin Center, and on the tool search, I can type reassign, or then again, I can come here to the recruiting module and then pick Reassign Offer Approvals. So this is the page to reassign offer approvals. So essentially what you can do is, again, an admin user can reassign an active offer approval to a different user. Keep in mind that when we reassign, the user can be a current approver or even a future approver in the workflow. Again, you have to, as an admin, make sure that you have the permissions in RBP to perform this task, the reassign offer approvals. Otherwise, you will not be able to access this page and do this task. So again, let's think about a scenario where a user becomes inactive, a user is no longer available, a user transferred to a different role, or a user left the company, or even if the offer approval is stalled with someone, you can reassign the offer to a different approver and really continue the offer approval process. So what we can do here in this one is I have two sections: find approver for pending offer, and then reassign offer approvals to. So what I want to do is first select the name of the current user, of the current approver, and that is going to be done here in this find approver. And then I am going to choose the desired user that I want to become responsible for approving this offer. So let's just say here that my approver is this user. And as you can see, as soon as I picked my user, the offer approvers that are with him appear here. So now I am able to check the boxes. I can check both boxes, or I can just check one of the boxes. And then I can decide who is the user that should now be responsible for approving this offer. So I am going to pick Evat Williams. Again, I want this recruiter to be responsible for approving the offer. And then I just need to click here in the Reassign button. I have a reassignment confirmation page asking me if I am sure to reassign this offer approval from one user to the other. I am sure, so I'm going to click in the Yes button. And then I have here a little status report confirmation that the offer approval was actually successfully reassigned from one user to the other. Both the new approver and the admin that, in this case me, that performed this action will be notified via email of this reassignment. So I can just click OK. And that is done. As you can see, that offer approval, that first one, is no longer here because this user PS admin is actually no longer an approver of that offer because we just reassigned that offer to Evat Williams. So that is why I can only see one offer here now, because this is really the only offer that the PS admin user has. And this is how you are able to reassign offer approvals from one user to the other.